Okay. I totally forgot to record that little clip, so I'll have to do it separate. No worries. So the first thing I want to get into is, are you guys aware of, on an iPhone? Let me mute them really quick. All right, I got them muted. Are you guys aware that you guys can make money on your Dwellness referrals? Does anyone not know that?
Yes.
Okay. Does anyone know how much money you do make on those?
Yes.
What do you make? 100. Okay. It's 100 based on your split. So if your split is a 90-10 and you're not capped, you're going to make 90 bucks when it's all done. Okay. If you're capped, you're going to make 100 bucks, which is pretty cool. Basically what Dwellness is a home warranty company. Typically, you are not allowed to make money unless it's fully disclosed that we have a potential earning on that particular item. And that's why we do a third-party vendor sheet. The third-party vendors allows us to earn so long as it's disclosed, and we do that sheet first, okay, which is really cool. So basically what we do is we have a partnership with Dwellness where we refer them not really the client, but we sell them the client's email, the client's phone number, and a way to contact that client. In turn, they pay us 100 bucks. Okay, we're not giving them, we're not referring the client. We're basically selling information, pretty much like T-Mobile did when they leaked all of our phone numbers and shit, and are getting sued now. But long story short, the Dwellness system is a nice referral because they are the top gun in town. I personally love Fidelity. Don't get me wrong. Don't read me wrong. I love Fidelity. But if you look at Fidelity's reviews versus Dwellness reviews, and you look at some of the other ones, like what's that very bad one? AHS, American Home Shield, American No Shield, I like to call them. If you look at the reviews, Dwellness is bar none the best. All right. So basically, you will earn when you refer your clients to make a purchase on that system, whether you represent the seller or the buyer. Okay. If the seller is buying a home warranty for the buyer, and you're the one that instigated that sale, you're going to make money on that. So don't think it's just for buyers. Your seller can purchase those as well. That's an extra 100 bucks for you. Okay. The one thing that I want to get into that we are not capitalizing on, and we have the whole website set up and everything. It's right here. We're gonna set this this link up to a nicer link. I'll do that today for you. But they built this for us. Okay, so what we have here is Winning Realty has its own ADT referral company. Okay, and we're gonna find out the exact numbers. But I believe we have the ability to give 2 free gifts. Okay, 2 free gifting systems, where if they were to go through and buy an ADT system right now on their own, they would get the same exact monthly that we get, but the companies that are local would charge them an arm and a leg for the LED screen, for the camera system, for the locking doors, for extra cameras. They're going to charge them a lot of money for those extra items. Okay, we have the ability to give this as a complete free gift. Okay, no additional cost, nothing of that nature. Granted, if they want to add additional like door latches or door sensors, or maybe some motion sensors, or I have these things called glass break in my house, where if someone breaks a glass window, it knows the difference of glass. Kind of crazy. Those things they can pay additional for, but you can literally go to your clients right now and say, hey, we negotiated these items to be completely free for you. It's a $2,000 value, straight gift from us. Okay. And should the client choose this option, which they can get into it, they're going to select this package. It'll be $64.99 because it does have the color screen items as well. Okay, it's not the old touchscreen system that they have for $53. But if they sign up for the $64.99, I believe we have to double check the numbers. It's either $350 or $400 that you guys will earn. Okay, as a residual, as a nice little chunk income. Okay, so they're gonna get all of these items completely free. Voice control, they're gonna be able to remote access it with an app. They're gonna get stored video clips, video security storage. And some of these items are going to be completely free. Oh, this is cool. A garage door item. Okay. I didn't even know that was in there. They're also going to get some entry doors for up to 8 doors. They're going to get a smoke detector, glass break, or motion. So they get one of those. And it's a free 5-star pro installation, no cost at all. All they have to do is pay the $64.99 a month, and they're in. Okay. Question. Go for it.
Okay.
I thought you said bless you. I'm like, yes. Peace be with you as well.
Oh,
What you
okay.
got?
So wait a minute, Randy. Now listen, this sounds like a home run, man. I like the way this. Okay, so hey, Mr. Buyer, listen. What I want to do, because we want to make sure that not only do you love your home, but you also feel protected. So what we did, and we negotiated directly with ADT, we're going to take care of your system. Only thing that you'll be responsible for is making sure you take your monthly payments. How does that sound? Does that sound good to you?
Love it. Fire.
Okay. All right. Because I'm like, man, this is a huge pitch point, man.
I know. And we set this all up and we got this all rolling. So basically it's a $2,000 free value. They get free installation. Like these local companies, we were using one before that was paying $300, but they were charging them for like install. They would charge them for like extra door breaks and extra little items, and it was expensive. It was adding up. I think one package was like $5,000. It was nuts. This is legit 100% a free value. It's a gift. All they have to do is walk into the monthly payment. Now, the one thing you have to understand with this is when you get an ADT system, you get something called a alarm certificate. Does anyone know what that is? No. Any question? Anyone on Zoom know what that is?
For your insurance policy.
Nailed it. Yeah. So an alarm certificate will save you minimum in this state 5% off your homeowners. Okay. So some of your guys' homeowners are like $2,000 a year. Okay. So if you look at 5%, that's a nice chunk of change, right? So that's $100, right? Yeah. So that's a quick $100 right there. But the alarm certificates, like the one that I have on my house, saved me 32% off of my homeowners. Okay. So they go up to, I think the max is like 40% off your homeowners. So depending on the area that you live, if there's a lot of break-ins, maybe it gives you a higher percentage. I don't know. I'm not saying I live in the hood. I live in a pretty decent area, but they gave me a nice chunk off my homeowners. So basically what they do is you got to let them know, not only are they securing their home, but they're also going to get a discount off of their homeowners, depending on whatever their homeowners wants to give a discount for. Okay. So that's a really nice added bonus. And in my case, it was like 4 months of alarm service almost for free every year. Question?
The Winning Realty app?
Yeah. So it's going to be put on the client side. I don't know if Craig did it yet. www.winningclient.com. I don't know if you guys know this site, but this is pretty sick. If you're not using this, especially if you have investors, I don't deal with the investors and their crazy lowball offers. I let them make their own offers here, and the assistants do it. I don't even have to get involved. They just fire off offers all day long, which is really cool. But down here is what I'm going to skip to right here. ADT security system. You send your client to this. You tell them to log in. Bam, there's going to be a spot where once they're logged in on this page, oh, that's fancy. Look at this screen. This guy went all out fancy. All right. Oh, it even says right here, contact your insurance agent. You will qualify for a 5 to 20% discount. Mine was 32%. So we should probably have them update that. I know it's at least 40 in this state. So get started. They're going to click onto it. They're going to pick the one they want. The free gifts from you as a winning agent are a $2,000 value or an $800 value. Mind you, these are just 2 different packages. This one I think is $63.99. The other, maybe it's $64.99. Yeah, $64.99. And the other one was, is there no way to go back? Oh, here it is. And the other one is $53.99. Okay. So if they choose this one, they're pretty much walking into $850 of free gifts because of you, the agent. Once they get into this, they select the package. They're going to mention your name as being the referring party. Okay. And then you're going to get paid whatever the referral fee is. It's a fat like lump sum. I believe it's either $350 or $400 for the big guy and I think it's either 250 or 300 for the smaller guy. So it's a nice lump sum that we're not capitalizing on. Okay, so we should definitely be using that. If you have past clients that you sell, I want you to understand, as soon as you sell somebody a house, they get door knocked. Okay, typically by these ADT people or Vivint or these other companies, they're going to get knock, knock, knock on the door. And should they sign up for that company, they're going to be paying for all these items and these install costs and everything out of their own pocket. You have the ability right now to get them the exact same monthly cost and all those items walking into for free. It's a pretty cool, sick little offer.
One other thing is more like your homeowner's insurance. Some people overlook this, but if you have a new build with a drop-down sprinklers,
Yeah,
make sure you let your insurance agent
True.
know, because they
Love
sometimes
those.
forget to ask. And so you just gotta tell them, because that's another.
Yeah, they love those. Yeah, Mark was saying that on your new homes, you know how they have those pop-down sprinklers that literally pop out of the wall, out of the roof. That you definitely want to mention those because there's a feisty discount for those. Pretty cool. Good.
Is this only good in Nevada? Like, I've got a client.
No,
Florida,
this
and
company.
She loves having an alarm on her house. So
Yeah. No, this company is actually based out of Florida.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so they're based out of Florida, but they handle here. They handle all over the place. So you guys have that ability to be able to. I just negotiated. I think they started out like a $300 gift here. I got them to $850, and then I worked on this one. This was like $1,100 when I started, and I got them up to $2,000.
Is that something we get paid through the brokerage? Like,
Yeah,
like,
you have to get paid through the brokerage. Like in this state, if you were to take pay directly, let's say they paid you directly and you took it, you will literally lose your license. They're like so savage with that in this state. Florida, totally do whatever you need. In this state, they're savage. You have to be paid through anything real estate related that you handle the client real estate wise through the brokerage. So bam. The next thing I want to dive into, does anyone have any questions on this before we go forward? This is just
Randy, I do.
go for it.
Okay, my question is, you said something about Winning Realty /client. What was that site again?
Oh, look at this. It's a learning day. I love it. So I just go to www.winningclient, I think it is, .com. So winningclient.com is a front-facing website. You know how we have winningrealityapp.com?
Yep.
That's designed for
Yep.
us agents to fill in offers and information and stuff like that. Well, Winning Client is sick because let's say you have an investor, all right, and an investor wants to fire off crazy lowball offers, okay, $20,000 under the asking price, all right. So basically what I do is I say, okay, that's cool. Fire off as many as you want. I don't care. Basically, they go to make an offer. They put in your name, Maria. They put in all their information, okay, buyer or company name, all their information, just like we would with an offer. What type of deposit, the down payment are they putting in? Are they choosing Melissa Moses or their own Fidelity or their own escrow? They put in all that information. They do their proof of funds, and within 5 minutes, their offer gets fired off.
Oh my God.
So gone are the days
Wow.
where you have to literally go through and listen to their BS offer and then tell your assistants to type it in. You can literally have them fire off 100 offers a day. And there was one day that we literally did. There was a client that we had that literally fired off an offer on anything that came to the market. And he was coming in at like $10,000 under, but anything came to the market got an offer. And they were using this system to do that. So
that is wonderful. Thank you, Randy.
yeah, so we built that in. We also built in, if you just want to tell your clients that they want to list their property, for example, you can tell them to go to winningclient.com. They can put in your information and they can go through and do their listings as well here. Now, the only thing that's going to be different here is they're going to pick their total commission, okay? And granted, I should have 7 and 8% since we have been getting a lot of those lately. I should have that there as well, so I'll modify this. But buyer agent commission, how much of that are we going to contribute? Now typically, I usually would like to have this part like talk to. So if it's one that I'm taking an 8% commission and I'm only going to give 2.5 to the other side, I would probably handle the listing myself instead of having them do it on their own. Because I don't want them to see 8% and then they're gonna want to give 4 to the other side. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay.
So
Makes sense.
we don't get it. It definitely makes dollars. It doesn't make sense. So bam, broker fee. Please talk to your agent regarding this. That's typically $4.95 unless some agents are charging $14.95. I do see a lot of you guys are getting kind of weak with this. You're only charging the $4.95. If you go to Berkshire Hathaway, if you go to Keller Williams right now, the average is around $14.95 in the Vegas Valley for a transaction fee.
How much?
$14.95.
Wow.
That's true.
We only charge, and a lot of agents are charging $9.95. That's great. That's additional. Mind you, anything over the $4.95 is additional commission. Okay, so if you decide that you want to charge $14.95, congratulations, you gave yourself a $1,000 bonus. Food for thought. Okay. If you're just assuming that it's $4.95 and you're not charging anything else, you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot. At least get $7.95, $8.95. Bam. Okay. So there you go. What else is on this thing? Oh, rental service.
Thank you.
Is right here too. What's my home worth? You can have the assistants do a CMA right there for them. Okay. They can find out when their offers are going to be typed, especially if they're typing in like 100 offers. And they just gave like a barrage of offers. They can find out where they are in the queue. The other cool thing that is here for clients is what is a duties owed? Okay, well, here's a duties owed. They can click on it. And I don't know if you guys know this, but there's a video of somebody really awesome explaining what a duties owed is. Like the coolest guy ever.
Randy.
Oh, that's not me. I don't know who that is. So there's 4 seconds here, so let me skip it in a second. I got, oh, look at this guy. Here we go. And I got jacked. I went to the gym. I was working out. Bam. Okay, so there's a duties owed right here. I like to up the quality a little bit better. But it'll zoom in a second.
Hello and welcome to Winning Realty's explanation of
Hello.
duties owed
Bam.
by a Nevada real estate license.
So it's going to explain what the duties owed is. It's going to explain why we do a duties owed and all that good stuff. So if your clients ever have a question, you can just say go to Winning Client and you can view the video. There's also on here, just so you guys know, which is really cool, the notice of the broker compensation. Okay, they're going to be like, why am I paying $4.95? Well, most people charge, and it's even in the video, most people in Vegas are charging $14.95, $9.95. There was one that was $29.95. I literally saw it the other day. It was $29.95. I'm like, holy God.
Whoa.
Yeah, like $3,000, like not even playing. And their commission was standard, just like a normal. I could see if their commission was like 0 and they were charging something stupid, but they were making 3% and $29.95. It was totally savage. I was like, damn. But bam. So this video will explain.
Question on that. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
go
Is
for
it
it.
true that the vision, if you do things like that, if you don't have a standard price on the transaction, they might be like, why are you doing this for him and not that for that? So that's it.
No, so you need to be able to explain it. Okay. This client is difficult. This client is nice.
Okay.
Okay. Very difficult. I charge them more money.
Okay.
They're gonna be time consuming to me.
Okay.
Okay. So as long as it's not.
It's sufficient.
That's how I explain it. 100%.
How do you?
So question. Someone has a question?
Okay, yeah, good question, Randy. 2 things.
Hold on. I got 2 people. What you got?
So, for example, you were showing that ADT. Have that like as a on your
email signature?
Facebook post or something like that.
Yeah.
Promote it that way.
Exactly.
That way, they don't even have to, if they want ADT,
They can just sign up and you just make money.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love residual income. All right, what you got, Raphael?
Let you know that he's been working on his handle with Bill Handy.
That phone.
What's up?
He shifts it back.
Oh, let me mute him.
Listen to Derek, what's his name, Thomas?
I don't know. I heard Miami Heat, so I was listening in. That's my team. All right, what you got?
I was like, let's do it.
I know.
No, so Randy, so I always get excited about the ability to increase that 495, right? But can you give us like a really detail, like can we not do that with VA deals and
So yeah. So VA, it depends on the lender. It really does. I've seen some VA deals where they squeak through and they're totally fine, depending on the lender. And then I've seen some VA deals where they're like, hell no, you're not charging the client anything transactional wise. Okay. So you do have to make a mental note that on VA deals, if they're not allowed to be charged, we don't let the agent eat the entire 495. Because remember, if you don't charge the 495, then you have to pay it out of your commission, because that goes to cover your assistants and then doing all the work for you and all that good jazz. But on VA deals, the 275 of it, the company eats. Okay, so all you would have to pay is the 220. That's a little gift that we do. I'm an Air Force brat. I grew up in that life, so we take care of our military. Okay, in turn of us taking care of them, we're kind of taking care of you because you're not paying the 275. So for you representing them, we hook you up.
I appreciate that.
But if the VA lender doesn't care and the client's totally cool with it, then fine, do it.
And then the other one, thank you for that, by the way, because you guys came through the clutch, because I seen that 495 and then Craig was like, no, we're not going to take all that. I was like, yes, put that money in the bag.
Right? In the bank, shorty, what you drank? Sorry. I don't know what happened.
Like, so who pays that? That I guess that's a super duper novice question, but forgive me.
No, that's a great question. There's no dumb question. So the buyer or the seller pay that. So it comes out of their closing cost fees.
Nice. All right. Sounds like make a do increase of that 495.
Oh yeah. I know some of our top producers, Tamar, for example. I know Lo, you guys know her as Lauren. They charge on average $14.95. I see a couple of $9.95s go in there, but they're usually right around $14.95. Okay, so you charge whatever you want. I see a couple of questions in the chat. Let me just, can we mute our phones? Wow, that's so cool. Thanks, Randy. Okay. All right, and you also have the RPA here as well, guys. Fully explained RPA, ready to go. So if they ever have any questions on anything, I broke down every freaking, it took me like an hour to explain the RPA. I went down every little section. This is why they do this. This is how you get out of this in case shit hits the fan as well. So I teach them outs in the RPA video. Okay, so if you just want to have a really good fully explained RPA, bam, it's there for you. If you want to know what the back is, bam, there it is for you. And you have the duties owed video right there as well for you, ready to rock. And this is on the client-facing site, winningclient.com, okay? They also have the vendor directory here as well, so they can see all of our vendors. And you guys have to understand, vendors literally know that they get one shot with our clients. So if they mess up or ghost a client in any way, shape, or form, we remove them from the list. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. There's no second shot. So if we find out that they in turn, let's say they did something wrong with the client, but they made the client happy in the end, but we've already removed them. At that point, once we confirm that the client is happy, then we can add them back. But they only get one shot to get all of our business. And we give them a lot of business. Okay. So we don't play around with the vendors list. It's just how we roll. Any questions with that? I want to get into some good stuff. So are we good on this stuff? Good.
Yes.
All right, moving forward. All right, so I've been using these guys for a hot minute now. Go Pixel, okay? Go Pixels is what they're called. Has anyone ever heard of these guys? No. Okay, cool. I love it. No, basically what they do, okay, is you know how these photographers, they charge you, for example, to do dusk photos. For example, here's one. Let me just click on it. They charge you like an extra $50 or $100 or something to do dusk photos. Dusk photos are proven to be more warm, energetic, and just better for the first photo. Okay, so I want to show you this, how this works. What photo do you think is going to be better selling your property? The top one or the bottom one?
The bottom one.
100%, right? So a photo guy would charge you money, typically about an extra $50 to $100 to time it perfectly to literally come out and do this, okay? These guys do it on all of my listings for, I think it's like $5. I think I even got them cheaper. I think it's now like 90 cents. Let's see. We just got them to update some stuff. Twilight photo, yeah, check it out. For a real Twilight photo edit, we would like to charge an additional of 20 cents per photo. So you give them your original photo, you upload it to them, and typically within a day turnaround, they say 12 to 14 hours. It's usually about 24 hours. Let's just call a spade, all right? But for 20 cents, you can literally have them remaster your photos so it looks like it was taken at dusk and with all the perfect lighting and what have you.
Who's that?
This is called gopixels.vn. I've been using them for a hot minute, but I want to show you some other cool shit that they do.
VN?
Yeah, so they're based out of Vietnam.
Oh, okay.
So there's
no way in the US charging that.
Yeah, no, so it's 20 cents, but check it out. Like here you go, 20 cents a photo. This was a regular sky, like regular daytime photo, and they remaster it so that the lights here, for example, they're doing stuff with the lights here to dim. They're doing stuff with the throwing of the light, okay? And then they're making it look like it's remastered for 20 cents. And mind you, the logo on the bottom will not be there. This will be gone, okay? So it's called gopixels.vn, all right? Some of the other cool stuff that they do is this.
Is there a membership or something? Or
No, it's just you
straight for 50 cents update my MLS pictures?
Yeah, you give them, you upload the photos and they'll send you back all the remastered ones.
Nice.
Now, the other cool thing that I really like is they do, let's say you have a really blank cold space, okay? You have a couple of options. You can go, let's say this was completely blank, like this room was completely blank. They can go through and do staging for you, and it comes out to, I think, $1 a photo. Well, they will literally put in furniture, like all this is all blank. This is not in the original photo. They put up the drapes, they put up the image, they put in the couch. I don't know how they do this shit, but bam. Oh, so you can kind of see. Oh, wait. Oh, so this is actually an editing. So this was what the photo looked like originally. And then they brightened it all up and they put stuff on the screens of the TV, which is pretty cool. Like they put a picture of the house on the screen. And that's 20 cents to have them do that per photo. Okay. The virtual staging is about $1 per photo, so $1 per room. But if you hire a staging company in town, you're talking stupid money and then an ongoing until it sells. Their staging is pretty sick. Let me show you one of these right here.
So if I do this and
Let's
update
load.
these on my listing, will I have to do like an MLS change order or something like that? Or
Yeah, whenever you change anything on the MLS per division, you have to do an MLS change order.
I might do this.
So yeah, this is sick. So check it out. So basically, there's what the room looked like before, and here's what it is staged. It cost you $1. Any questions? Any questions? Nothing? It's like crickets. Like, look at this. This is what the realtor tried to stage. How cold is that? That's horrible. That's a realtor stage job right there.
Minimal.
Yeah, and then this is sexy. That's nice, right? Bam. Cost you a whopping $1. Amy, what you got? I see you on
Do we have a login for that, or how does that work?
No, so
Are we associated with you?
basically what you do is I'm sure if you mention Winning Realty, you may get some hookup because I'm always negotiating. I don't know how to pay retail. It's like a problem for me. So if you just mention me, they may give you the pricing that I've been getting. But basically they do a whole bunch of stuff. So you just go in, you set up an account, and you're good to go. So it's a little hidden secret that a lot of people don't know about. The other thing, which is really cool, which I haven't used since I use Matterport, but they have a way that if you give them photos, they can give you a floor plan, which I don't know how they're doing that. I really don't, but they can literally print you a floor plan with the actual lot and everything as well. And this, I think, is $20. Okay. So they're going to take the Matterport, which they spelled wrong here, which is lovely. They're going to take the Matterport basic usage and they're going to make it like a really cool printed like floor plan with like the beds and stuff all in it and everything as well. This is really cool if you want to have this on the kitchen counter. Okay, just put it on the kitchen counter, bam. It looks really cool and it'll transfer with the sale as well. So when people come in, it looks like you're like the freaking agent. You're like the Mac Daddy. And they're gonna want you to list their house as well. Okay, so this is the 2D version. So you have to understand there's the 2D version, which is kind of like they can put the furniture and stuff in it. And then they have the 3D version where they have the floors and the walls raised and everything as well. Okay, so you can pay for that. Let's see what that costs. I want to say it's like 20 bucks, but I did beat them up on price on one of these. So the 3D is it's now 15. So yeah, bam. So you have that. So for 15 bucks, you can get a really sick floor plan. Do you have any idea what an architect would charge you for something like that? Like 1,500 probably, if not more. Okay. So this is called GoPixels.vn. GoPixels.vn. The VN stands for Vietnam. Really, really cool service. Cool. Any questions with any of this, guys? Showing you some little secrets behind the scenes stuff. I didn't really want to go this long, but I have 2 more things to show you. Fiverr. Who has heard of Fiverr? Just in the chat, say yes, say something, say no, I've never heard of it, say something. What you got? Fiverr. Who's heard?
Nope.
Yeah, I've heard of Fiverr, yeah.
Okay, cool. Fiverr is a really sick service. Basically what they do is they have freelance people that are just good at everything, and you can hire them to do jobs. Example, let's say you want to do cold calling, okay, but you don't want to pick up the phone because you hate that stuff. You can literally go through, hire this guy right here. I will do real estate cold calling. I'll use the Mojo dialer, which he pays for. He'll get all the leads for you. Here's one, 10 calls, that's kind of weak. 60 to 70 telephone numbers in 1 hour, blah, he has his own Mojo dialer. But bam, so you can go through and hire him 100 calls for 45 bucks. So you give him a list of people to call, whether they're expired, for sale by owners, what have you. And for 45 bucks, he'll go and rapid fire those calls.
Wow.
Okay.
So hold on.
So here's what you need to tell them. Okay. That you need to have them mimic you because they have to be licensed in order to make these calls. Okay. So in order to actually call in this state, the caller has to be licensed. So they have to be saying, hey, I'm Jamie, I'm calling from Winning Realty, blah, 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 blah. And
So
bam.
give them a script.
Exactly. You give them a script, or they'll probably have their own that they like to follow, but they have to mimic the agent.
Okay.
Okay.
One more
That's the
thing.
only way around that.
Can they get also recruits?
Yes, they can do recruit calling as well. And I know Lauren
That's
has
what I want.
her own person for that, but you can have a dialer. So I just put in Mojo. So if you just do a phone dialer,
Yeah.
or a phone caller, there's a whole bunch of them on here. Yeah, you just got to find it. I will do phone recording greeting. Okay. There's a whole bunch of stuff. Like here's one, for example. I can't stand my voicemail. I don't like my voicemail. I want a professional to record my voicemail for me. They do that stuff for you. But the other cool things that I really love is, let's say and I want everyone to start building their own teams. Okay. So you should have your own team, whether it's just you on the team at all, and it's just you. You look more professional if you have a team behind you, okay? So you can have logos created. I know Regin's very good at this stuff, but you can have logos designed and created for you. And they're typically like 10 bucks, 5 bucks, or 25 bucks to have a really sick logo made for you. Okay, like here's one, 10 bucks. You can have a logo made. Any questions with that? So Fiverr is a really cool service to go through and find people to do freelance items, pretty much anything that has to do with a computer. You can have someone do it for you and pay them a really small amount, and bam, you're good to go. What's that?
2 hours on that one.
Oh yeah, it's spelled weird. It's spelled FIVERR.com. FIVERR.com. Okay. The other cool thing is you can just type in real estate. Check this out. Real estate. Okay, if you want to promote your property listings, there's options here. There's ones that they can create you bots on your Facebook pages. Facebook bots. Okay. Here's one that'll do virtual staging for $15. We already found that cheaper. 3D draw plans, we found that cheaper. Bam. So there's a whole bunch of them here for you. Okay. This is the one that I was looking at, Facebook bots. Let me mute this guy real quick. Mute, bam, got it. So basically what they will build is they'll build a Facebook marketplace bot for you for $80 or a messenger chat bot. So when someone comes to your Facebook messenger page or your business page, it'll start communicating with them, having good conversations with them. And then when it thinks that it needs to talk to you, it'll forward the call or forward the connection for you to pick it up.
Kind of like KV Core.
Yeah, kind of like a KV Core on steroids, but it's also automating your Facebook. Okay, I thought that was a cool little feature. That's about $50. They also have a lot of cool stuff for KV Core in here.
Hey, Randy, can you jump in there real quick? Randy?
Yep.
Oh, sorry guys. Oh yeah. Yeah, so the chatbot thing is phenomenal. But you'll need you have to get a mini chats account.
Yeah,
but that's
mini
like,
chats. It's like $10 a month or $15.
yeah, it's like $5 or $10.
Yeah. I think I may even pay for one. I think I have like an unlimited account, so I'll look into that. So if you guys can just use mine, that's totally cool. Save the money. We'll find out. But this is actually a really cool thing. I will do KV Core, CRM, Go Level, set up your reply, set up credit repair, set up all this stuff. So this guy for $20 will set up your KV Core. This one will do for $80. We'll set up your KV Core. Okay, do your automation, set up your chime, set up your KV Core here as well. Set up campaigns. I will do complete KV Core website customizations. Bam, $30. If you want your KV Core completely set up, okay? Customize your KV Core, $30, $40. So you have an ability here for a little bit of money to really make your KV Core look totally different than everyone else's. Food for thought. Should get the wheels going. Okay, so this is called Fiverr. I use them for a lot of stuff. If there's something like I want to learn for something on like Salesforce and I have no idea what the heck I'm doing, I'll reach out to them, I'll find someone, I'll pay them, and they just do it for me. It's too easy. All right. The last thing I want to dive into is showing time. Does anybody not know what showing time is? And be honest, if you have no idea what this is.
I know.
Nothing? Everyone knows?
I know.
Everyone knows? Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so
Well done. Not everybody knows how to use it because it took me 1 year to understand. I thought
All
I did and I didn't.
all right, so you're going to see on the bottom of the MLS on the MLS page, you're going to see where it says showing type. Okay, it'll say contact agent, it'll say key any, or it'll say showing time. If it says showing time, you literally click on the very top of the MLS. Let me just find one really quick for you. Let me just dive into the matrix. Let's take the blue pill and go to the matrix. Or is it the red pill that we should take? The red pill, okay. He's very Republican, this guy. All right.
I get red pills to Republicans.
Oh, do you? Okay. Okay, good. All right. So basically, we're just gonna fire into one. Let's just go to bedrooms. Let me do a 6-bedroom plus, so it narrows down my search. All right, cool. So now I got a search here of 240. It's probably still too much. Let me just dive into, I just want one listing. So I'm going to show you what it looks like. All right, cool. So now we're going to dive in. Now you have showing time right over here on the far right-hand side, middle. Do you guys see my screen on chat?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So showing time is right here. So let's say I wanted to reach out to this particular, I wanted to show this property. All right, so I can click into this. And it'll ask me, when do I want to show it? Okay, confirm that this is me. am I going to be adding this to my cart, or am I going to be doing a single showing? Now, the sick thing with the cart, okay, is if you add it to your cart and you go through and do multiple showing times, okay, with multiple properties, what it will do at the very end is it's going to start to coordinate your map of your driving, okay? So it's going to say, okay, you're approved at this one, go to this one first, go to this one second, okay, this one's next, because it coordinates it with GPS because they're all in your cart, okay? And it's going to get the times that are approved, so it's going to let you hit multiple properties in one day at a time, okay? If you're just doing a single showing, you would click on single showing, and then what you would do is you would pick the time that you want. Notice the blacks are all blacked out. Those are not available. So I can click right here, bam, right here. I'm not going to do it because I don't want this person to think I want to show their house. Oh, it is on Money Street, though. We may want to show that. But bam, so I would click here and it would reserve that time spot for me to be able to show that property. That is showing time in a nutshell. It is becoming the future of real estate because agents don't want to talk to each other for some odd reason. So this is the way for them to literally get a text on their phone as a listing agent. Yes, I approve. No, I don't approve. And no talking to anyone. We're becoming very millennial in that regard. The old school agents, even if it said showing time, I like to talk to them. I like to have a conversation because I think I can schmooze them into accepting my offer if it goes to that point. Okay. So, but if it does say only showing time, at that point, I'm kind of forced to only do showing time. Cool. Any questions with that? But typically when you dive into the listing at the very, very bottom, this one says key any. That means you can go anytime. You don't have to do a key. But if it says right here showing and it says showing time, you would click schedule a showing, this button right here. And you'd be able to get in there. Cool beans? All right, we covered a lot today. Any questions?
Oh,
we got some questions.
yes.
What you got, Rap?
Yeah, on the showing time, right? There was this one time when you showed us where we can literally create an itinerary where it will. Can you show us that real fast? I tried it the other day, and boy, I was in the middle of West Bubble Jump.
Okay, I'm gonna do 2 ways to do it. All right, so we're gonna rapid fire a couple of these. This is actually really cool. Let me go back. I don't want to get any in Pahrump though, because it's gonna throw my whatever. We'll just do this. We're just gonna select these are the properties that I want to show. Okay, cool. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create something called a cart. Okay, I'm gonna add it to the cart. Okay, whoops, I just added to that person's cart, whatever. View. I'm gonna select all. Okay, I'm gonna go to actions. Oh, some of these are sold, whoops. Oh shit. Yeah, let me do this. Bam, 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 bam. All right, now I'm gonna go, I would click on showing time, okay? And what I would do is I would add to showing time. By me clicking all those on the left-hand side, those ones that I wanted, and me clicking add to showing time, it's gonna add them all, and it's gonna try to coordinate the next screen that pops up. I don't wanna do it because it'll literally start messaging those agents. Hey, this person's trying to show your property. I don't wanna do that. But bam, the next screen that pops up is going to enable me to really pick the dates and the times that I wanna schedule those showings, and I can do it that route. The other route is this, and this is kind of old school, but it's pretty cool. I'm gonna hit directions here. And what it's gonna do is it's gonna organize. Sometimes it does it right on the first try. Oh my gosh, let's get rid of these ones way the heck up here. So number 2 is officially killed and number 1 is killed. Okay, we're not going to Moapa and we're not going to 7 or 6. 7 or 6. Okay, cool. So what it's gonna do is it's gonna put the, let's get rid of 1 too. So now what it's gonna do, you see how it just changed the order? So it's putting them in an order that is taking into account driving time, okay? So it's gonna maximize my driving route. So 1, 2, 3, and then it's gonna jet me over here to 4. By adding them all into my direction area, I can go through and I can add them like this. And I kind of have an idea of the route that I want to go. And I'm an old school agent. I would typically go through from this point and I would say, okay, well, we want to get in on this one at this time. We want to get in on this one at this time. And then I would schedule my times with the agents, knowing that I'm going to be in that vicinity at that particular time. So I maximize my output. Cool.
Yep.
Gucci flip-flops. And then you can add a stop over here. Say you're at a stop right here. And it's a custom stop because you got to stop and grab some lunch. And you can move this stop however you want in the field. Okay. But bam, so you can move stuff around. Like you just grab it and you move it. So at this point, we're going to go to lunch. And that way you know when you print this out, it's going to have a map of all the directions of where you're going. And then the times are going to be on point. Now, the one thing you definitely want to do and make a habit of is if you're running 15 minutes late or 10 minutes late or 5 minutes late, always let the listing agent know that, hey, we're still coming. But we're running a little bit late, okay? And what that does is psychology, it's a psychological thing as well, because they're gonna think the listing agent, why are they late, okay? Is it because they liked another property or did they stay extra time in another property? Bam, okay? So you're kind of messing with their head, but the other thing that you're doing is you're talking to them, you're communicating, and communication is a really cool way for you to schmooze your way into getting the offer accepted over somebody else. Okay. Gucci flip-flops. All right, guys, that's my class for the day. Any other questions?
Randy, if it's key any,
Yeah.
do you still schedule it or no?
Key any, I literally can go to those at any point. So I usually like to save those as my like fillers, my time fillers. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll just keep those. I can get into, and I'm weird. When I go on showings, I put key any at the top. So I know that I don't need to rush to that one. If I'm running a little late, I can go to one first and then I can come back to that one. You follow me?
Oh, okay. That's good. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So it lets me use those as fillers. Now, mind you, I have had it where I found myself because I was running late. We ran across town and then came all the way back across town to one of the key any's. But the reality of it is that I don't like to be late. I'm weird.
It's still not bad too.
Okay.
Like I've showed up at a house at the same time as somebody else and I'd be like, oh, I already got this in showing time. And then it was key any, but since I had it on there, they're kind of like, okay, well, you had it scheduled until then you get in anyway.
That's fine. Yeah. I don't usually schedule them. I just kind of show up, but that is a good point though. But it's completely up to you guys. Any other questions? Lucy, you got any questions? Thomas, anything? Amy?
No questions. Thank you.
Nada. Okay, very cool. All right, Thomas, you got to follow up with that listing that we got. So you got some work to do. 8% in the house right there. Bam, done. All right. All righty, guys. We'll catch you in a wee bit. Later, guys.
Thank you, Randy.
Oh, you're so welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Bob.